Good morning everyone. Today I will tackle about netizenship and netiquette for online communities. This is netizenship versus netiquette. Netizenship is a portmanteau of the words internet and citizen. Citizen of the net or net citizen. It describes a person actively involved in online communities or the internet in general. On the other hand, netiquette is short for internet etiquette. It is a code of polite behavior in the internet. This includes several aspects of the internet such as email, social media, online chat, web forums, website comments, etc. The Philippines, being considered a social media capital of the world, has a need to media education and etiquette among online users. We have to understand our rules and responsibilities as global digital citizens. As a member in the virtual community, this requires our appropriate behavior and we should act responsibly. As a responsible netizens, we are all expected to support a healthy interaction on the internet. Below are some netiquette guidelines. First, protect your reputation. Whether in real or in virtual world, you are the same person. Do only what is appropriate and share information that does not harm you as a person. Second, respect others. Respect begets respect. Treat everyone with respect even if you have not seen him or her in person. 3. Express yourself clearly. Communication online is difficult because emotions are not evident during communication. Miscommunication usually takes place because your facial expression and your body language cannot be seen and the tone of your voice cannot be heard. Number 4, remember the intellectual property. Acknowledge authors or cite the sources because ideas online are products of others' intelligence. Number 5, check spelling, grammar, and punctuation. Since your face cannot be seen online, you will be judged according to your posts. Good writing means good manners. We do not want to waste our other people's time reading our post, which is incomprehensible. 6. Think before you click. Take note that whatever you post can be seen by everyone, therefore, think twice before you click. Number 7. Do not share your personal information. Sharing personal information online is like going around the street wearing a shirt printed with your name, birthday, address, name of parents, etc. You definitely don't want to reveal all this to people because you will be prone to identity theft. We should keep our personal information private now because unless you want your identity to be stolen, then go ahead, share your personal information. But if you don't want, keep it private. 8 and last, think about who or what you are representing. As a son or daughter, you represent your family. As a student, you represent your school. You do not want your family or school to be put to shame by what you do. The purpose of this is to provide a guide for teaching digital citizenship and etiquette to students. Learn the safety and privacy in an online learning environment and prevent cyberbullying. Furthermore, we'll cover digital property and copyright laws with an emphasis on preventing plagiarism and encouraging fair use online. Let's move on to intellectual property rights on the development and use of digital materials. Intellectual property rights. what is intellectual property right? So, according to World Intellectual Property Organization or WIPO, it refers to creations of the mind such as inventions, literary and artistic works, designs and symbols, names and images used in commerce. And it is also an intellectual property right held by a person or by a company to have exclusive rights over these. Intellectual property are protected by the World Intellectual Property Organization, to which Philippines is one of the 191 member states. In our country, we have the Intellectual Property Office of the Philippines or the IPO field. So Republic Act 8293. This act defines intellectual property to include copyright and related rights, trademarks and service marks, geographic indications, industrial designs, patents, layout designs, or topographies. So now let's proceed to copyright. Copyright refers to the legal right given to the owner of the original work or intellectual property. These works are original intellectual creations in the literary and artistic domain protected from the movement of their creation, which include the following: books, newspapers, letters, articles, musical compositions, works of drawing, painting, presentations, architecture, sculptures, etc. So all of this is in the internet. So the internet is a very rich source of these materials, and we should be careful in using them. Now that copy and paste are very accessible command in our computer toolbars, we should try not to violate the copyright laws, otherwise we could be accused of copyright infringement. Copyright infringement is the use of works without permission where the copyright holder has the exclusive rights to reproduce, distribute, display, or perform the protected works or to make derivative works. Proper citation should be used when including them in your output. So if you don't want to be accused of copyright infringement, you should cite the sources and the authors that you have used on your output. So now let's proceed to plagiarism versus copyright infringement. So plagiarism is an act of fraud. It involves both stealing someone else's work and lying about it afterward. So plagiarism organization further elaborates the following as plagiarism. First is turning in someone else's work as your own. 2. Copying words or ideas from someone else's work without giving credits. 3. Failing to put a quotation mark. 4. Giving incorrect information about the source of quotation. Number 5. Changing words but copying the sentence structure of a source without giving credit. Number 6. Copying so many words or ideas from a source that it makes it up the majority of your work, whether you give credit or not. So for images, videos, and music, the following are counted as plagiarism. First, copying media, especially images from other websites, to paste them in your own papers or websites. So bawal yon. Second, making video using footage from others' videos or using copyrighted music as part of the soundtrack. Bawal din. Number 3, performing another person's copyrighted music. Example, playing a cover. 4, composing a piece of music that borrows heavily from another composition. So to summarize it all, plagiarism refers to copying the work of another and claiming it as one's ideas or without proper attribution. So, ang plagiarism, kinokopya mo lamang. Kinokopya mo ang work ng iba without citing the source. So, while copyright infringement is copying one's work without obtaining permission. So, while ang copyright infringement, dapat kasi para hindi ka makasuhan. If it has the copyright, it is copyrighted na, we should obtain permission. So in this sense, copyright infringement is a violation of rights of the copyright holder, while plagiarism is a violation of the right of the author. We have to note that not all authors are copyright holders. There are cases when the publisher owns the copyright. So in addition, copyright infringement is a legal violation, while plagiarism is an ethical violation. So copyright, if makasuhan ka ng copyright infringement, makukulong ka. So thank you very much for listening, and that's all for today. Thank you.